Following recordings are from YouthLAB on Saturday, the 11th of October, where young people could join a panel or talk from the audience about things that they think are a focus for them and for the community as a whole here in Scunthorpe. Enjoy listening to it.
What we came up as a group is that we noticed that Scunthorpe, there's not really much to do. There's not many activities for the youth. There's a big like water behind Morrison's Ashbyville. I'd say we'd introduce water sports such as dragon boating and just canoeing, just more things to do in general. I'd also say we should introduce just like more stuff. Like I would say I want go-karting to be part of Scunthorpe because we have to travel like 2-3 hours away just to do anything like that. Add more sports facilities for everyone really. Some more football places, indoor football places and our indoor basketball places. Winter's coming up, so we can be active during winter as well.
We want to see it more inclusive to everyone as well. So have a park for people with disabilities or vulnerable around like groups and stuff. So I want to see a different type of education approach. The school system is a one-size-fits-all sort of thing, and there's people who can't cope in classrooms and achieve the maximum productivity that may be expected. I'd be open for teaching them a trade. We need more tradespeople. It's a brilliant career that sets you up for life and you will meet some amazing people along the way. If we introduce this for some of the people that may be seen currently as a troubled child and teach them a skill they can use forever, we're going to see a higher amount of people achieving careers and success in their life rather than failure and relying on a state benefit system.
Do you have a point to make to that?
I'm just going to add to that and say I do think we do need more of that, but there's a college course at North Lindsay Foundation where you learn life skills. I think that should be taught much, much earlier because most people turn 18, go into the big wide world, and then they don't know what to do. They don't know how to take care of themselves. They don't know how to cook for themselves. They don't know how to clean up after themselves because they've got their parents doing it for them.
Basically, what I want for Scunthorpe is to have better transport. Because, like, we're all walking about or either just using cars, which increase carbon emissions. So I want stuff like e-scooters, electric scooters, maybe better trams and a better train system so that we don't spend as much money and stop climate change, I guess.
Encourage more exercise and stuff. Like, it's too easy for people to go pick the kids up in a car and like when it's round the corner. Like, teach people, like, go outside, walk somewhere. Like, if you go into the shop, walk to the shop. Like, don't be lazy. You feel a lot better in yourself as well, not just the environment.
One of my points is we need more proactive programs that reform delinquent type students and young people, because you've all been to the high street, I am assuming, and you've all seen how unsafe it is for young people and children. A lot of alcohol misuse, substance misuse, and these are people that have been failed by the school system and failed by child protective services, all that stuff. And there are programs to rehabilitate them, but 9 times out of 10 they just don't work. They go out worse than when they come into the programs. So I think we need to focus more on giving them opportunities and showing them what life would be like if they continued like that, but also what they could do with the skills they have already from being street smart.
But they go in with no qualifications and then they come out with no qualifications. Like, what's the point in just chucking people in a room to mess around with each other? Like, teach them something. They'll guarantee they're going to sit in a lesson and focus instead of being in the cell.
Young people shouldn't just be punished, they should be taught to do better. But most people have a stigma with crime and think, oh, if you do this once, you'll do it all the time, so there's no point in changing you because people don't change. People won't change if you don't let them. I think we should add more proactive programs to prevent crime and rehabilitate these young people because they fall into activities like alcohol, substance misuse, and even dealing to younger kids and continuing the cycle. And we can end antisocial behaviour by implementing classes or group work that focus on values like teamwork, trust, honesty, all that stuff.
I would say we sort out the jobs. Like we need more opportunities, especially for us. Like because getting an apprenticeship is very difficult here, and I think it'll be a lot better if there are more apprenticeships out, better training, and much more places to do work experience. And it'll be better if you're looking to open up and start your own business, for banks and all that to allow you to start off.
So I touched on this, but like obviously more inclusive places for people, but not just parks and stuff, literally everything. Like a lot of people will look to an activity and be like, oh, there's something wrong with me, I don't want to do that. Make people feel welcome in everything and have more opportunities and more places for that to happen. More people that can be around people that struggle and they feel welcome, not feel like they're not quite good enough.
In Scunthorpe, we don't have like many things to do once you've finished college and university. So I think it's better if we had more opportunities in primary and secondary to do stuff like a DOV and Bonds Crest Award, so we get more of them opportunities to do some better stuff when we're older.
Amazing.
Something else I'd like to bring up is technology, because I go to college and obviously it's the future now. We're the future. Technology is going to be the future, and most places you need to be able to use a computer or any kind of electronic device to get your jobs done. And most people I go to school with do not know how to use these computers at all. My secondary school taught me how to do the basics on a computer, and I'm still getting tech skills at college, but it's kind of appalling how most people can't use technology. Technology is the future. We should be teaching children how to do basic things like copy and paste documents or research their findings and put them onto like a pamphlet online to print off.
I would say we should sort out the transport, especially with buses. We should get them so you can go to each and every part of town whenever you want. Brilliant. And also fix up the signs and stuff. A lot of bus stations, they're all like broken. The tablets, they don't work. And we should digitalize them so that fits with technology. And I think we should also try make transport free for the youth.
Okay.
I believe that would be better. So there'll be more people going out more. And we should try set up, like especially with green energy, like use electric stuff, like electric buses to lessen down the carbon emissions.
I want to see more of an investment into like faith and community centres, churches, mosques, all of that. Like, it don't matter whether or not you believe in it, it is a family, and like the amount it does for the community, it sort of pays off itself. Like the churches, they want to do more, they want to be part of everything, but the money isn't there. And it's like, we want the streets cleaned up. They will do it if they have the right funding and the right stuff. Like, it's just so much better for the community and it spreads so much love.
In Scunthorpe, I think again we need bigger green zones to cut down on carbon emissions, like things like parks that include playgrounds, benches, a lot more trees, and perhaps some cafes to bring some money and profit into Scunthorpe.
I think children should be more connected to nature, because some schools have forest schools where they like teach kids about nature, and there'll probably be only like once a week sessions, and even then that's really rare. I think children should have more of a connection, because these days they're all just on the phones or on their electronic devices, chuck them in front of a TV for hours on end once they get home from school, and it affects them. Their dopamine levels are really high, and then without them they just like struggle a lot. There's a lot of good that comes out of getting children to connect with nature. They're more focused in schools and they're more aware of the world, and they can be taught how to protect nature, because it's dying, and it's dying fast.
It's really good for your mental health, going outside and being involved in something natural. Like, someone with ADHD, it's done wonders for me, being outside and just feeling like just the wind and stuff.
Say we try to bring stuff like Normanby Park, try to make it more local and create an environment like that in Scunthorpe, like in Central Park or Sheffield Park.
Yeah,
I
of
would
course.
say we should invest in like one big youth centre for everyone to come. Like every single activity you can think of will be here, and it should just be busy with everyone. Like a lot less people be on their phones. I'll be here instead playing pool,
Off the
football.
streets.
Yeah, everyone, especially all the not so well youth, like the ones doing crimes and stuff, they'll all be here instead.
Should we put that out to a vote? Who would like youth centres? Is that on anybody else's list? Can we do it by way of noise, maybe?
Yeah, I wanted to have a space for like, you know, new families and people. We have a big thing at minute where there's a lot of single parents who, especially mothers, go through depression after birth and they struggle to finding friends who, just to make like being a parent easier. Like once you become a parent, it's very easy to get isolated and distracted from enjoying yourself and building relationships, not just with your child, but with healthy people.
My final point is, I think this has already been touched up on, so just stop me if it has. Youth clubs should be accessible to everyone, and transport as well. The only bus I can get is the college bus to college and back. If I miss that bus, I'm stranded in Scunthorpe for like till the next day. But there should be more transport that's accessible to people in them kind of areas where there's like not many people around. It's quite small.
Amazing.
And also youth clubs should be accessible to people like that. So transport and youth clubs.
So I'll quickly go through the 5 points that we've got. We've got better cycle paths and a safer transport. So again, we're covering that theme of transports. I know the council are trying to do some bits like we've seen on Kingsway, but it needs to be implemented across the town as quickly as possible. Our second choice was a traffic-free cycling centre. So we've got Quibble Park, which currently is unusable and is in need of repairs. But if that repair was to be done, we've got like a learn-to-ride coach sessions that could go on there with balance bikes and pre-pedal bikes. It's outdoors and it's good for your mental health. So it's not just a traffic-free cycling centre, it's a well-being centre. We've touched on the green spaces, so cleaning up of Ashbyville, more tech in schools, and then also better signage for those that don't want to rely on the phones, or, you know, if the phones have died, they've got that way of getting around town.
We have improved houses, like new builds, better insulation, keep the warmth in. So, like, we need to enjoy getting warm instead of being cold sometimes. And then we've got parks, so we, like, need equipment for the teenagers and another good park for adults, so it's just not kids having their enjoy time, it's just adults and teenagers. Then we have better lighting as well, so we can see through the dark on the streets, so more better street lights. Better school facilities, like new buildings, drama studios, better technology in computer science, things in the playground, etc. Table tennis, 3 school meals for all students. Accessible places like ramps, support for disabled people, equal opportunities.
More diverse places for work experience and places for youngsters to go after school in the holidays, on the weekends. Include places for multicultural, religious plays and larger community hubs.
I'd just sort of suggest, like, if you improve the churches and stuff, they'll sort the streets out if they've got enough people willing to do that sort of thing. It's with a lot of them, if you put the funding in one specific place, it can sort of like stretch out to the others.
On the mosques, because I used to go at mosque as a kid, and I personally didn't enjoy my time there, but they could have done with more money for resources, because we'd run out of stuff and we'd have to share like in groups of 3 or 4, drastic times even 5, and it was atrocious.
Okay,
They're relying on donations at the minute.
there we go.
I think that kids should learn more about money, budgeting, salaries, more info on jobs and what they offer and what you need to know.
That should just be in school in general. Like, I don't understand any logical reasoning on why a school system that's meant to prepare you to be an adult has no education on preparing you to be an adult. Like, I remember leaving school the day everyone got the GCSEs. I got the keys to my first house. Janine, you'll remember the first 6 months of me in a house. I didn't have a clue what I was doing, and it's like, if you expect us to do it, teach us how to do it.
Good, very, very good point, and very additive. Amazing. Wow.
We talked about, I don't think this has met the 5 yet, but the bit about the different types of learning and learning in not just trades, but sometimes maths is not great. And so I was rubbish at maths at school, but until I can apply it in a real situation, it doesn't really mean anything. So I think it is a little bit about using it practically, like Jack says about the trades and different things. Learning how to do basic stuff like sew is really important in life.
Just skip all the pointless stuff you do in school. It's all functional skills, so why don't they do that in school instead of pointless stuff like nth term and all that? You don't need that unless you have a career in maths, which you can then learn at college.
So I think what I'm going to do, I think you've all been wonderful, and obviously all 4 of you were wonderful. Obviously we had to leave early, but I think can everyone give these massive young people a massive round. You go back to your seat. Thank you very much. Catching the papers. Amazing. You can give me back to Justin behind you. Thank you all.